Hey, it's your girl KV back with another review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, which is like dang near the Trisha show at this point. I'm like, this how you know it might be time to wrap it up. It might be time to wrap up Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all, because Melody has left. So that was a as far as fans go, like not really being all that interested in who we have left. And Tisha, Marceau, Maurice, Kimmy, they really don't have much going on. It's the same old. So Trisha being new, I get it. We're gonna get a lot of her story. And her story has potential. Like, there are things there that could make it an interesting thing that people want to tune into to see how it goes, but it's not. We don't care that much. So yeah, y'all, this might be like 15-20 minutes worth of review. Child, my glasses. Let's see how this goes, y'all, because I don't have my regular glasses clogged in here. Let's use this. Y'all, I'm just so over it. With all these shows that's out right now that I'm technically supposed to be reviewing, this one might be the one that gets pushed to the side. We gonna see how the reviews go. We start off with Jesus. We start off with Trisha. We at her house. Tisha come over there. They catching up. Tisha like, it's quiet, girl. Where everybody at? The kids is out doing their kid stuff, and Ken is on daddy duty, chauffeuring Zaria back and forth from dance and stuff. I said, okay, and you mad, and you been mad that the kids prefer him over you. This one still got a blank. She tells her that she is in therapy, and it's been working for her, okay? She knows that she's an angry person. She knows that she be flipping off at every little thing. So, you know, she feels like it's been working and she's excited. Tisha's planning a trip to Bessemer, where she from, to see her mama Wanda and her food truck opening, and she want to bring the girls. She invites Trish, but Trish is going to Miami for Xavier's birthday, so she can't go. We know she not gonna invite Nell, so it's just gonna pretty much be the OG girls. So they start talking about game night and how Trisha, they both agree that Tisha was being calm and Nell was the one being rowdy. The other people was yelling, not you. I was calm. I felt like I was calm. And then this is where we see a flash, boop, 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 flashing back and forth to Nell, telling her husband about the situation, and Trisha and Tisha talking about it. We ain't gotta get into it. We already know what's going on. They got into an argument. Nell felt ganged up on by 1.0 and 2.0. It's just all a big stupid fight because Nell, they're arguing because you're claiming that you didn't say something you clearly said. At the end of the day, it shakes down to Nell saying she didn't say that something she clearly said. The cameras were there. All of them were there. They had a full-blown conversation about it. But Nell, she does not want to acknowledge that, so they're going to fight about it. All types of crazy. Tisha said, and she's supposed to be a life coach? She needs some help. I was like, a broke clock is right twice a day. And Tisha, there was your one. So we see Trisha go to Dr. Francis again. She lets him know that she went to her parents' gravesite for the first time and that she cried. He's very excited for her growth, and he wants her to acknowledge that this is a big step. So she's, she you know, Trisha, she truly does not have that emotional intelligence, so she's just like trying to downplay it, even though she can acknowledge it really meant something. So he's making her take the time to acknowledge that it did mean something. They talk about relationships because he's like, you got kids, you know, because this is only their second session, y'all. She went to Dr. Francis and she was open and she was ready and she took it seriously. So this is only the second session. They're getting ready to dig in. You got kids? What you doing? You married? Yeah, I got 2 kids, a boy and a girl, married. We getting a divorce. Oh, how long you been divorced? Well, we getting divorced. It's been like 6 years. He said, so you're still emotionally attached to this man. She said, but I got a new man. He like, oh. Dr. Francis was the little noise he made. Cracked me up, y'all. So her big reveal for this session that she got to get off her chest is she was afraid of losing her kids to Ken. When he came around, they gravitated to him more, and they would ask, hey, can Ken pick me up from the game? Can Ken come to my game? Calling Ken, hey Ken, I need some advice about this. And she started feeling away because it's like, I'm your mama. I've been here since day one. I've been doing it by myself with y'all for years. And here this Negro coming along. Y'all don't even know him like that. And y'all just gonna jump on his ship? Y'all all types of ready to call this man daddy and forget about pushing me to the side. And I'm y'all mama. So she was really hurt by that. Dr. Francis is like, okay, well, he was what do you call it? A calming energy or a breath of cool air, something along those lines. Basically, he was a calm energy. And when they saw him in comparison to Trisha and how she act, they said, hey, here we go, a sensible parent. Ain't you excited? He lets her know that she was like this because she felt like it was another loss. In her mind, it was another loss. You gotta think, she fresh off of losing her mama, her daddy, her sister, and husband leaving her. So now she get a new man and he's taking the kids from her. She was just feeling a lot of emotions, and I can't blame her for that. That's a valid response to all of the loss she was experiencing. So later on, we see Trisha and Ken have a date night. She tells him that she went to therapy, and he's so happy. He's excited because he said he's been telling her this for a long time, y'all. Been telling her this for a long time, y'all. And I'm like, Ken, I get it. She seems like way more of a troubled soul than you, but we've seen you act a fool too, buddy. You need to go sit on the couch as well, okay? You need to go look up at the ceiling and spill your guts out for somebody as well, because there are issues up and through that brain and that situation as well. It's not just Trisha that needs the counseling, but let Ken tell it. Let Ken tell it. So she says that she needs to be more open up, confide in people. And he's like, yeah, I'm your man. That's what I'm for. You could definitely come talk to me, open up to me. And she's just like, you? It's the goofiest conversation. It's the goofiest conversation with people that are this grown, especially from a lady that has been married, has children, grew up with a family, and just truly shut off from emotion. It's just like crazy. So she tells him, you know, I was mad at you for a while. You know, first it was just a little bit of mad, and it was like full on rage because I felt like you was taking the kids from me. I felt like I was losing the kids. And he's like, to me? She was like, yeah. And he's like, how? Like, I ain't got no real claim to them kids, girl. You can leave me tomorrow, and if them kids say bye, can't nobody make them see me. Like, it was just, he was surprised at hearing her say that. So they vow to work on their relationship because they can't see life without each other. We gonna see. A lot of people stay in relationships just for the sake of staying in relationships. But they seem like they have a lot in common. They just have to both heal. And maybe they'll heal alongside each other, and maybe they won't. But Ken definitely needs to go to somebody's therapy too. It's not just Trisha, my dude. It's not. So next, well, then we see Kimmy, Destiny, and Tisha get on a nice little Sprinter van to go to Bessemer. Kimmy bring a pillow. Tisha throw that pillow right back in her car because ain't no sleeping, girl. We turn it up. And I'm like, it can't be that far. It can't be that far, Kimmy. Calm down. They are geeked that it's just them, the trio of essentially OGs, because I feel like we saw Destiny season 1. Did we see Destiny season 1, or did she not come around until season 2? I know we saw her pretty early on before she came on the cast for real. But yeah, technically the OG 3, okay? No new friends. They excited. We need a name. We need a group name. They planning to do a pop-up on Wanda food truck. Kimmy's like, pop-up on Wanda? Pop-up on Wanda? I said, I know, right? Ain't nobody got time for Wanda and her hijinks. They talk about how Kimmy basically made Nell talk to Tisha, but ended up being the one arguing, okay? They all agree that Nell was the one yelling and the people was basically just reacting to her. I said everybody at home talking amongst themselves is just like, yeah, it was Nell. Which is funny because it's like, from what we saw, Nell wasn't giving all that loud and aggressive for Kimmy to say, I'ma dunk you in that pool. Like, that still seems like a big reaction to Nell being Nell. Nell wasn't yelling for Nell. That's just Nell's regular tone, you know? So Kimmy was just a little wired that night, you know? She was. So they really kind of started picking at Nell, mean girl and Nell a bit. And Tisha's just like, where we at? Oh, Destiny. It was weird the way like Destiny would join in a bit. She would join in a bit on the laughs and stuff, making fun of Nell, but then sit there, oh, I just don't want to be in the middle. I hate being in the middle. Is that where you went, girl? Okay. So they just sit there 1.0 and 2.0. And Kimmy over there doing her little Nell impression. They laughing and whatnot. So Destiny loyal to whoever she's sitting in front of, because you would think with the way she be talking to Nell and keep dating her son, so you want this to be your mama, and you already told her you look to her for that motherly advice, that mentor type deal. So it's like you would think that she would have her back a little bit more, but girl, for what, I suppose. Destiny thinks that the problem comes from the fact that they've both said something about each other's husbands. Tisha is just like, well, I'm just over the jokes. We've been going through this for so long, and I'm just over the jokes at this point. It's not funny anymore. It's not funny. Girl, take that up with your husband. Why I sound like I got a accordion in my throat? We have been on this show for years. We've been watching y'all for years, and it has been the same thing. Your husband hasn't changed up his energy and or patterns to make anybody feel any differently. So, but she acts like she has no fault in her and Nell's fallout. But it's like, girl, at every event you get that liquid courage in you, and you get to yelling, you get to cursing, you get to doing the most. This last time was the calmest we've ever seen Tisha. So she wasn't lying when she said, I think I was pretty calm. You were for you. Because you be drunk and screaming and all up in somebody's face and sweating and edges done puffed out. Just Tisha, man. Tisha. She still insists that Nell started it. She says that she has never even come for Nell. God forbid I really come for her. God forbid I really shade her, be mean for her, mean to her. I said, now Tisha, You don't think you've been any type of shady to Nell thus far. Okay. Like I said, Destiny is sitting there like, oh, I just hate being in the middle, man, and having to run tell that and being the one that's got to carry the ball. It's just so exhausting to be the mess stirrer, okay? Oh, yeah, by the way, Nell said you don't need to be worried about her. You need to be worried about that girl in the interview that said that she was sleeping with your husband, okay? You need to worry about her. But I just hate being the middleman. Teacher said, you see me? You see me? I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't gotta worry about nobody. Teacher said, I am fresh off the BBL table. What he need? What else he... Girl, bye. Okay, stop it. They go see Wanda at the food truck. She said, what Wanda gonna say? The hoes from Huntsville, hey? I said, the hoes from Huntsville. Wanda is a wild one. So they all ordered their little smothered potatoes. I did not. Loaded potatoes. I didn't see how they looked. I didn't see if they actually ate them. Now I'm gonna be looking for that. See if they actually ate them. So this scene was real aggy because you could tell Tisha straight out the gate said what she's doing. Mama, is this old bitch messing with me? Yeah. So I told her I respect my elders, but I'm gonna let my mama talk to you. I'm gonna give my mama to talk to her because I respect my elders. You got my back, mama? Because if she jump on me, I don't know if I can win. I need my mama to definitely be there. Kimmy, I don't know how she gonna act when it's really time to get down. But mama, I know. We don't best them girls. We gonna get down to it, okay? I said, not you gotta go get your mama. Not you gotta go get your mama to get your heavyweight. Tisha fills her in on all of the beef with Nell, and like I said, she gonna let Wanda handle it and have a talk with Nell. Destiny is like, I don't know if this is a good idea. She in a confessional. This is a horrible idea. I just don't even understand why we're doing this. Wanda starts getting, because what she said, she was like, she said this to your face? I something along those lines. She said it to your face? No, actually, she said it to Destiny, and Destiny told me that she said it. Wanda said, and Destiny, she gets on Destiny for being the bone carrier, girl. It cracked me up. They bring up the whole Martell interview situation, and she's just like, how y'all feel about this? Y'all ain't said nothing. Y'all guys cheating and this, that, and the third. She's like, we not talking about that. I said what I had to say on my YouTube page. I did a little flashback. Wanda just like, yes, so y'all gonna talk about it. She looks to Kimmy and she's like, listen, Kimmy, you think it's all lies. You don't think none of this stuff is true. You think it's all lies. And she's just like, yeah, I think it's all lies, girl. I don't think none of this stuff is true. She like, y'all need to listen. All these rumors been coming out for all this time. Y'all need to listen to some of them. Did you listen when your... Yeah, that's why I listened. That's why I ain't with my husband no more. Because they was in these streets talking about them. And I knew it was true. So that's exactly why I ain't with my husband. I said, period. Kimmy just like, I ain't listening. I ain't watched the whole thing. I ain't listened to it. I don't believe that lady. Wanda is constantly questioning them. Basically, she's like, Kimmy says, well, like I said before, I think all people can cheat. But with that one, Kimmy, for one, when they showed a picture of what that girl looked like in the time frame that she claimed she knew them men like that, he would definitely. And you better hope he's strapped up when he did. Like, girl, what? Let's not forget, them dudes ran when Martell's mess of getting Ariane pregnant hit the group. They ran and got vasectomies. What they tell y'all? Them fools ran and got vasectomies. Didn't even tell their wives, okay? So Okay. At the end of the day, this is just Wanda's reintroduction to the group. I'm surprised it took them this long, because only reason Wanda was away was because Melody wasn't having that. So she constantly coming at their neck about the interview. They need to believe it. They being some fools. Y'all being stupid. You being the young dumb girl that's gonna stick with your man. Well, Tisha said, we ain't come here for all this. We need a refund. I said, no, that's literally exactly what you came there for, to be messy with your mama. I don't know why you didn't think she was gonna turn it back on you. Like, it ain't a bunch of skeletons in your closet, okay? In a glass house throwing stones. What a mess. She knew her mom was going to get them all together, girl. But that's it for this review. Like I said, this one, it might be a every other week review. We going to see how this goes. Like the video, comment, let me know if y'all watching the show. What else? Share the video, subscribe to the channel. Bye.